Hey, what's up, everybody? So, I have another message for you today. I just wanted to tell everybody that, contrary to what the spiritual community might tell you, it's okay to take things personally. And let me explain further. It's a natural response for you to be upset at somebody who said and or did something upsetting to you. You have the right to stand up for yourself. You have the right to be upset. You have the right to take things personally. You can't control your emotions. It's not something that's possible. We are naturally creatures who feel things. We're here to experience things. We're here to feel things. And feeling negative emotions towards somebody is just a natural response to them doing something to you that upset you. And you can't feel those things without taking it personally. You can't fully process your feelings without looking at that person with anger. Because if you try to claim that you're not angry at that person and just try to act like you're not angry, then chances are you're just fooling yourself. You're just suppressing your own emotions. And that's unhealthy. You're meant to just sit and feel things out and then let it go. Maybe you won't take it personally anymore after the fact, after you've let go and finally decided that you're ready to forgive the person. But there's no rush. There's really no rush to forgiveness. And you don't even have to forgive a person. You're not obligated to forgive a person that wronged you. You're not obligated to be kind to a person that wronged you. What you are obligated to do, though, is stand firmly and say, hey, how I'm being treated is unfair. I don't like it, and I'm not going to stand for it. And that's perfectly okay. And whenever somebody says... So, actually, before I get into that, I want to say, I want to talk about how a common way that abusers will manipulate and gaslight you is to tell you that you're too sensitive and try to make you think that your feelings are invalid and try to make you think that you're the one in the wrong for feeling badly for how they treated you. And they'll try to make you think that it's not okay to feel what you're feeling. And a phrase, like I said before, that they commonly use to do this is claiming that you're too sensitive. And to me, that doesn't sound very much different from saying don't take things too personally. It's a way of basically deflecting the blame away from the person who perpetrated you onto you, so that people don't have to take accountability. And what's pretty messed up is that I often see the people that are treating each other like shit in the spiritual community saying this phrase to the people that they're treating like shit. And it's so fucked up. Like, I'm honestly sick of these people who are claiming to be spiritual and yet treating each other with unkindness and harsh words and being mean to one another. That's not what it means to be spiritual. That's not what spirituality is about. Yeah, sure, it's about standing firm in your own beliefs, but you can do that without being a fucking asshole. Like, just a sec. People say that sometimes in order to advance on your spiritual path, you have to be triggered emotionally. And I think that that's true to an extent. But it also doesn't mean that you have to be the one triggering people emotionally. And it doesn't make you in the right. It's not a justification. Leave that to the people who aren't spiritually awake yet. Leave it to the people who don't have spiritual understanding. Because if you really had spiritual understanding, you would feel an overwhelming need to treat all living beings with kindness. Treat all living beings the way that you want to be treated. And telling somebody not to take something too personally, even if you're not the perpetrator to begin with, is just invalidating people's feelings. It's telling people that they're wrong for feeling upset. They're wrong for feeling angry about how they're treated. But you can't be wrong about the way that you feel. You feel things naturally. It's natural to feel things. It's natural to be upset about somebody treating you badly. It's not about not feeling upset. It's about observing those feelings, allowing yourself to feel them, and then learning to make peace with them. And perhaps learning to let them go when you're ready. But in the moment, just trying to not take things personally, trying not to be upset, is just gonna make things worse in the long run. It's just gonna make you bottle shit up, and then it's just gonna explode later on. So people just drastically misunderstand how to deal with emotions and how to deal with being upset with people. You're not obligated. You're also just not obligated to stick around and act like everything's okay for the people that made you upset. And that's the truth. Alright, I am going to end the video. I was just waiting for all those cars to go by because they're annoying. But I can't give you the peace sign today. How about a cup of coffee though? See you all later. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Blessed be. And peace anyways.